Welcome to OptiVita, the program. This is the meat and bones of your healing journey. This program has been broken down into bite-sized chunks to make it as easy to implement and easy to understand and to give you the fastest results possible with the least amount of heartache and headache and stress and difficulty. And really, I'm an impatient person personally, so I like fast results. But you also have to remember that it took you years and years and years to get to where you are right now. So whatever symptoms you're experiencing, whatever health issues, whatever weight gain, whatever problems you may be experiencing right now, just remember it's a culmination of many, many, many years of behaviors on your part that got you to where you are right now. Barring some, rare circumstances that are way out of your control, I find that most symptoms and most health issues are really down to taking responsibility for what we've been doing up until this point. And that is the name of the game. We can't really do any healing until we take full responsibility for where we are right now without blaming it on our families, genes, and our family's DNA, because that's all actually been proven to be not true. Even though we all have different genetic makeup, believe it or not, our genes can be turned on and off depending on what we do and what we don't do. That's what's fascinating about genes and gene mutations and even DNA, which all of which I've studied for years and written about and talked to experts on. So it's fascinating topics, which I can get more into later. But basically, our DNA is made up of different strands, and within our DNA, we have something called telomeres. And telomeres are actually studied now, and they are an indicator of how long we will live. So the longer our telomeres are within our DNA, the longer we are going to live, the healthier we're generally going to be. The shorter our telomeres are, that means that we're not doing that great maybe, and that the shorter our life expectancy is. Now, what's fascinating about telomeres on DNA is that we can actually change our telomeres. So they can go from being really short, which means our life expectancy is short, to actually making them longer and making our life expectancy longer. And this is all down to what we decide to do within our lives, how we decide to prioritize our health and the positive changes that we decide to make within our life. And this is responsibility. A lot of people like to blame everything that's going wrong with them on somebody else or something outside of themselves, or like I said, the family genes, etc. And that's what I was always taught. I was taught I had asthma and allergies because it was in my family, and there was nothing I was going to be able to do about it. And little did I know that was completely false. That was not true at all. I was able to totally get rid of all those symptoms through nutritional healing and detoxification and all these things I'm going to teach you in here. So I want to remind you that this program has been set up and designed for you to succeed. There have been thousands of people that have done this work and gone through this program and gone through similar iterations of this program that have had tremendous long-lasting success, that are literally alive today because of this information, and maybe they wouldn't have been. In fact, many people wouldn't have been. I know for a fact they were given, some of my previous clients were given stage 4 cancer diagnosis right before they met me and right before they were referred to me for help. And I never, ever, ever take the blame for anybody else's healing success, but I will tell you one thing. I have the best information to offer you, and that's because I've deciphered, I've studied, I've learned, I've investigated, I've interviewed, and I have been doing this for almost 20 years, and I never stop. If there's new information, I'm going to learn it. If there's new people to listen to, I'm going to get to know them. If there's new books to read, I'm going to read them, because this information is always evolving and changing. But what I've learned is the oldest information available when it comes to healing is often the truest and the realest and the most effective. So those old wives' tales and those old healing remedies from people's grandmothers and grandparents and great-grandparents are often really what works. And I know that sounds a little kooky maybe, but it's true. And I want to also let you know that I am absolutely not against modern science or modern innovations or modern medicine or modern, health interventions or modern surgeries or all these breakthroughs they've made technologically when it comes to saving people's lives. Of course, I'm not against any of that. I'm grateful that there are interventions. I'm grateful there are life-saving medications. I'm grateful there are life-saving surgeries and advancements. Very grateful, because I personally relied on medications. There were many times I couldn't breathe. I needed those medications. There were many times I was in situations where that was the only thing that was going to help me. I've even had past surgeries when I had a C-section. I wouldn't have wanted to have a C-section without pain medication. I wouldn't have wanted to have an emergency because of a dangerous delivery if C-sections weren't available. And on it goes. I'm definitely not against modern advancements in medicine, but I am against sick care, and I am against people not taking responsibility and doing the things that they can do to literally turn their health around and save their own lives. That I am 100% advocate for. And I have found, and I've even heard many, many, many famous doctors say, that hospitals would be up to 90% empty if people understood how to take care of their own bodies, how to eat the right nutrients, how to do the right things, how to allow their body to detoxify in a natural, effective way, and so on. So I am here to tell you that healing is always possible. I have rarely seen somebody not be able to heal, and I really mean that. So no matter where you are right now, and I know I've said this before, and you're probably going to hear me repeat this, no matter where you are right now, no matter how bad you might be feeling, no matter how sick you might feel, no matter how fed up you might feel, no matter how stuck you might feel, no matter how frustrated with yourself you are, no matter how undisciplined you feel, or how unmotivated, or how tired, or you feel like giving up and just thinking, well, this is your destiny to be this overweight, or this is your destiny to have this many health issues, or this is your destiny to be on medications the rest of your life. I'm here to tell you anything is possible. You can live a healthy life. You can have more energy than you've ever had. In fact, you can literally age in reverse, and that's what I was referring to earlier when I talk about telomeres. And I also want to touch on one more thing, which is metabolic age. You can actually metabolically be 50 years old when you're only 30 years old, which is not good, right? Like if you're really 30 years old chronologically, but metabolically you're 50, what does that say? That says that your body is not doing that great, that you have a lot of issues, that at a cellular level you are not doing good. Now, the opposite is true as well. So you could chronologically be 50, but metabolically you could be 30. Your metabolic age could be 30. That means you're doing amazing. Chronologically, you're 50, but your cells think you're 30. Now, all of that's true at any time, at any point in time. And you can actually turn your metabolic age around in a very short period of time, a matter of months. You can add years to your life in a matter of months. You can change the trajectory of your entire future in a matter of months, in a matter of days, in a matter of weeks sometimes. So I just want to give you that encouragement right now, because I've done it myself. I literally, and I mean literally, physiologically feel better at the age of 55, and I honestly feel I look better. I've been told I look better without Botox and all that stuff at the age of 55 than I did when I was 35. In fact, I look at pictures of me and I go, I don't even recognize myself. And it's not like I was overweight, and it's not like I look terrible, I don't think, but I just look so much better. In fact, my eyes open up, my skin looks different, my vitality, my energy, my strength, everything is different. And that's so exciting and encouraging. It should be for you, because I used to think 55 was just like, you should be in an old age home. I mean, it just sounded so old to me. I could never imagine feeling good and looking good and having all this energy and having an amazing life and being able to do things that I didn't even want to do when I was 30, because I didn't feel this good at 30. So I want to encourage you, okay? So I want you to know that no matter how bad you're feeling, I've been there. No matter how sick you might be feeling, I've been there. No matter how lazy you might be feeling, I've been there. No matter how unmotivated, dissatisfied, beating yourself up, I have been there. And I think most of us have. Most of us have. There's nobody that I've ever met that isn't hard on themselves or doesn't feel defeated or doesn't feel like giving up sometimes. So that's why you're here. You're here to follow this program step by step, week by week, and you will reach your goals. I'm going to make sure of that, okay? So on with the program, and be sure to treat this like a free blessing in your life that's here to help you and guide you, because you know what? Legacy has given you one of the greatest gifts they can give you, which is the gift of knowledge and empowerment regarding your health, and they're allowing me to guide you. And they couldn't have picked anyone better to do it, because my heart and my passion is in watching people succeed, watching people get better, feel better, and become the healthiest versions of themselves. Nothing brings me greater joy in this earth. Okay, so I will see you as we continue, and let's keep going.